Hi ladies and gentlemen, Mark Leslie here, and I'm back with my whiteboard. Today let's do a reading. So we're just going to do a hypothetical reading together, and we're going to go based on the stuff that I taught you guys, and we're just going to go ahead and try to do a reading together, a hypothetical reading, and that for you guys can learn, but it's fun, it's interactive. So here we have two people's aura. I have two people, and we're going to go ahead and analyze this. This is one person's energy, and here's another person's energy. So this person is person one. As you look at them, you can see they have a balanced energy. We could tell because their aura is closed. And then we could see that they run their energy every day. Basically, I can show you guys what running their energy means. So basically, they run their energies through their chakras. They make sure everything's balanced. They ground their energy from the root to the earth. They put the solar energy, so they run their energy. So we know that they cleanse basically every day. They're usually centered, so they're usually manifesting from the center of their consciousness, because remember, you want to manifest from the center of your consciousness. From the center of your consciousness is right here, the middle of your head, which is your third eye. They're always aligned and centered, so their soul, right, because this is a physical body. You could time travel even though you have a physical human body. Wherever your conscious goes is where you time travel. So what happens is a lot of people time travel, so instead of being in their temple, they time travel, and they're always like manifesting outside of their body. When I mean that he's aligned and centered, he's actually in the center of his consciousness and manifesting from the center of his being. So he is in his temple. He's not manifesting outside of his temple. And because he's inside this temple, no one else is going to go ahead and hijack his home. All right. So the next thing we know is he manifests from the universe. So he's always here, again, in the universe, in his temple, manifesting, because this is his point of power. You want to manifest from your home, not from outside. Now let's look at person number two. Person number two has past trauma, and we can kind of tell because he has some darkness in his energy. He also has some thought forms. So if we look at his energy, we can see there's miniature beings here, and they're like little black little thought forms or shadows. And what that's telling us is if we look at this person's shadow, we know that they have some thought forms in his energy. So maybe something he's thinking about in the past that he keeps manifesting through his manifestation skills. Remember, we are manifesting all the time. So if you obsessively think of something or someone or sexually masturbate, you're going to create these little thought forms who can then take energy from you. They're like sexual thought forms. So he has some thought forms. We also see that he has some shadow. So these little black parts of shadow. This person has some shadow too, but it looks like they're working on it. Okay, so we see that this person has toxic positivity. So positivity is like think positive, but they're not thinking about the yin and yang. Remember, when we're dealing with yin and yang, you want to think positive because you're manifesting your consciousness, which is here, but you also want to analyze your shadow because your shadow is what you're unconsciously not manifesting. So this person that has toxic positive, they're only thinking positive, manifesting positive, so they're thinking about all the beautiful things they want, like the BMW and things, but they're not thinking about how their shadow is actually, or their ego is actually manifesting. So they're only thinking about the positive, they're not thinking about the shadow. So because he's thinking of that, he has some aura that his aura is kind of leaking. He's in the matrix, so therefore he's not manifesting in his aura. He's outside of the matrix, so therefore he's not centered, and therefore he has a lot of energy going around. We can look at his energy, we can see that he needs external validation, so that's leaking energy from his center. He always goes to social media, so again, he's leaving himself, going into the matrix. He likes to gossip about other people, so he's not thinking about his own evolution, he's thinking about other people, therefore his energy is leaking there, and other places it's leaking. So this person, if we look at this energy, we could say, oh, you got to do some shadow work. It looks like you have some obsessions with the past. You're leaking out some shadows. You are looking too much for validation from social media, and your energy is weak. So this person probably doesn't have any psychic abilities. Their intuition is probably low, and they're probably feeling drained. And this person's on the path, they're centered, they're doing good. I see some green, which means there's some love in there. They're trying to seal off their energy. They have some shadow that they're working on, but they're both in, but he's doing some good. His energy is nice and sealed. There's no leakage. So these are the two readings. Now, what happens when these two interact? what happens with these two interact, their bodies or their energy starts to interact, and this person, if they don't protect their energy, they can actually take on some of this negative energy. So they can adapt some of his personalities, maybe some of his thought forms, maybe even some of his demons. And therefore, when you interact with other people, you have to pay attention to their energy, because if this person interacts with this person, they can go on ahead and take some of those traits. So therefore, when you deal with people, it's always good to set boundaries, run your energy, stay center, and then always cleanse or pray. If you don't know how to meditate, and praying is the best thing, because you're manifesting. When you pray, you're staying in the center of your consciousness, manifesting Father and Holy Spirit, subconscious, consciousness, and pineal gland. And then you're trying to stay centered, so therefore you can keep your energy and your aura well. With the aura energy like this, he's probably going to feel confident, he's going to feel grounded, he's going to feel centered, and he's going to feel more confident. This person probably feels drained, exhausted, tired, and maybe a little bit depressed. So based on these two energies, you can see how two people act. So that's basically that. So that's how you have to, just a good overview of energy and how different energies can manifest. And that's my video. Hope you guys like it. Peace.